Touch my nose. It's the 4th of Christmas. And we're back to Scotland. All
Oh,
right.
is this?
Well,
Did we start recording? All right, awesome.
yes.
Okay,
Uh,
I'm
so
ready to record now.
here's number 4. I ain't editing shit. We're doing these
I know.
day of. I don't have time to do shit. We're editing these an hour before they go live, if that. There's no editing. Well, there's a little bit, but
What's an edit?
barely
I don't
any.
understand.
I ain't fucking doing an edit. All right, so we're on day 4, and it's December 4th, and it has a nice same old bottle, and which is kind of nice. They took it from different places instead of letting them do their bottle. They're like, no, they're all gonna
No,
look the fucking
it's gonna be
same,
exactly the same. Yes.
except for this one is 15 years old, little agey boy. This is a pretty this is an old barrel in the lowlands, so you know where they are. They're low.
It's pretty low. Yeah.
In Port Dundas Distillery, barrel 180 to 200. It's only 46%. Which
So, I'm not
Yeah.
familiar with Scotch. How often
Yeah.
is a 15-year-old bottle like a thing? Is that like
yeah, age
like
is
a
just
standard
age.
age?
No, 4 is usually standard for most whiskeys, right? So it's
You ask
4,
me
8.
like I know.
It's 4, 8, 12, 15, I guess. Yeah, anything over 8, you can literally say 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But it's usually 4, 8, 12. And then, like most, like if you go from other things, people can correct me and say, well, actually, well, fuck you. Okay? You go to a store, it's going to be 4, 8, 12. Majority of the times it's 4 and 8, sometimes 12. You're usually paying a premium
So,
because here's how it works.
is this a premium drink then? Because it's 15.
No, it's aged. It doesn't mean it's premium, I should say. You're paying a premium because it's aged. So when you have it in the barrel, it's aging. And the wood soaks it up and releases some of its flavors too at the same time. And over
Right.
time, it evaporates and evaporates. So at 4 year, you're probably going to have pretty much 80% of your keg left. But over time, now there's more oxygen in there, more shifting and movement. Up now your 8 year might have 60% or 70%. And then by the time you're at 12, you're at 50. You go to 15, you might be at 30. Obviously, I'm just making arbitrary percentages, but it's
So
quite
this
low.
alcohol is wicking into the wood around it and then just like getting out into the air.
Yeah, but then it's also soaking up because the wood is absorbing all the pollen and all the naturals of the area because when they leave the doors open, and it's absorbing that and pushing that flavor into the whiskey.
Interesting. I'm learning a lot here today.
Yeah, so that's why it actually also matters the heat. So we don't know, it could be 15 years in a cool environment, not a lot of evaporation, maybe some condensation, I suppose. And usually it shouldn't be cold. But if usually it's like they'll have it in like a ventilation system where the warm or cold air comes in, keeps the bottom ones cool, but then as the heat rises, the upper kegs are now going to be a little hotter, so they put different barrels. Like I believe a Pappy Winkle is, I think it's a bottom shelf. I think that fucker sits on the bottom at Buffalo Trace, so it's right next to the windows, if I recall correctly. Yeah, so it's all about placement too, and not just it being in the bottle.
Is it possible they just put this in a barrel and then forgot about it, and then found it later, and they were like, "Ah, shoot,
100%
15 years now."
I mean, yeah, they could have. They 100% could have. I mean, I doubt it, but they definitely could have. The issue is where, like, just because it's 15 years doesn't mean it's better, because where was it aged? What was it aged in? Did they leave the windows open? Did they close them? What was the temperature like? Did they shift it a lot? Because you could have a 4-year.
I can't answer.
Yeah, you could have a 4-year where they have a lot of vibration, like put heavy bass music up to it, and it will cause it to shift a lot, causing it to absorb the casks more. And then you could have something where it's 8-year and it literally just sitting there, no movement. Well, the one that's been shifting is going to have more of the flavors than the 8-year guy who's just sitting there jerking off. So there's so many variables that none of us know because we're not there. Essentially is the thing. So 12-year doesn't necessarily mean 12 years of goodness.
So then why does it bother saying how many years old it is?
So then you're just assuming they know what they're doing.
Oh, okay. I'm assuming they knew what they were doing when they made this 15.
And because it was 15 years aged in a cask, but not in a fucking bottle. So, or barrel, or whatever. It was in a barrel. Fuck it. So here we go. All right.
Smells pretty smooth, if I recall, compared to previous ones. It's kind of got like a almost caramely thing going on.
Yeah, a lot of these will be caramely. just a lot of them will be.
I'm learning here.
It's the nature of Scotch. From my experience, it always is. Yeah. Fuck. Well,
It smells sweet, is what I'm
it's
trying
still
to get at.
fucking. I don't know. I find it so early to be doing this. Open the buds. I don't want to give my early take,
The first one's all right. That's all I'll say about it.
but it didn't open
Might
my
be specific.
buds.
I'm not gonna be specific because yeah, I can't trust my buds right now. They're not there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they even did a good job of opening them. There wasn't a shock. But I just gotta wait.
I mean,
Wait a
maybe it
second.
doesn't shock. Maybe it doesn't shock.
The aroma of it though is pretty on par. I mean, it's very caramely. It's very alcohol-y though. Like you
Yeah,
can just
I
smell it like
feel it on
flat
my nose.
out. It's not subtle like sometimes if you had like a like the Copper and King, you get the apple. You can smell it.
This has
'Cause it
wood
did an
in
apple
it,
barrel.
but like it's not as strong as the
brandy
last
barrel.
three. Like it doesn't smell like wood chips to me.
I don't remember yesterday, so that might be a me problem.
It can be difficult to remember yesterday.
Was yesterday when we drank the one that tasted like shit?
Yes, the one
Oh,
that was
that
high
felt like-
alcohol.
That felt like days ago. Oh God. All right.
Yeah, the
Cheers.
Fun story. Cheers.
That's smooth.
That's very
That's like-
smooth.
That's like extremely smooth. There is not.
Like I got a
bite to
little
it.
bit. I got a little bit of flavor, like when it first hit my tongue. But,
Well, I got
it's
tons of
just smooth.
flavor.
Well, I meant like the hard ones, like a wood
The
chip,
bite.
kind of like the bite, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I could just drink that.
It tastes like flat whiskey, and that's a fucking weird thing to say.
Flat, like
Flat
it's normally
whiskey.
sparkling.
Yeah, like the bubbles aren't there. Even that little tiny bit of
The
bite is
effervescence.
absolutely not there. It is so fucking smooth, maybe to a fault, because I was like, then you get that little like flavor. You get the wood, you get the caramel, you get the. I wish I could figure out what it is. This tastes actually. It actually is pretty good. Let me get a
Yeah,
Let me
no,
go
like
home.
I'm enjoying this. I need to take a sec.
I do want a bite though. I like a little bit of a bite.
I feel it in my esophagus.
So, you just slam it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna go for one more taste as I refine my thoughts, my pristine
Your
thoughts
thoughts
that
are
already
more
went
valuable
away.
than mine. I just need to.
Everyone's thoughts are equal.
When I
That's
took a
what-
big sip, I got more bite. But it's still pretty smooth. Like I don't feel like any like the other ones I felt a little bit of urge. Like I wish I had a chaser. This one's
Yeah. Now this, if I were to rate this, okay, I'm gonna rate this on itself. I don't think any of these are mixers or mixable. Like everything you can mix, but I don't think anything would. Oh, that's not true.
I know.
I could see this a Manhattan, not an old fashioned. I could see this going well with a Manhattan. You'd be a twat,
Yeah.
but I could see
mean,
I could
I'm good
see
at
it
that.
functional. I would say this is a good 7 again. I mean, it has its ups and it has its downs. I think this is fine to drink by itself with ice, obviously. Even throw some bitters in there because I think it actually does need a little dash of maybe some any form. You could use your orange or whatever fucking floats your boat. I think
So, like,
it's fine. That's about it.
this is probably the best out of the 4 I've had so far.
I disagree. I think what was it, number 2? I liked
You
number
can't even
2.
remember yesterday. Of course, you just.
Yeah, I think because the 2 has a little bit of a bite to it. I believe it
you
was
want more.
first
You
one.
want more of it. It
Well,
was
no,
more-
I remember what they were. The first one had a bite. The second one didn't. It did, but it didn't. It was a lot smoother. It had a little bit of a bite. I also rated that a 7. I liked 2 more.
Hmm. Interesting
Yeah,
how we
see,
have
I
different
remember.
opinions.
Well, you don't want the bite.
Yeah, exactly. I want it to just drink nice and smooth.
I like sometimes the bite is needed. Sometimes that's part of the flavor and the experience.
Hmm. See, I
Yeah.
wouldn't know because I've never drank Scotch.
Oh, you're about to have 20
I'm learning a
more
lot
of
here.
them.
Yeah, it's like when we started Wine Country. Like I never drank wine. Now I know something about wine.
I think um that it's good though. I think it's fine. I think you could put ice in it. I think you could throw some bitters and have a little sippy boy. 15 years age though. I don't know the price on that, but I don't think I've ever seen anything over 10 that goes for under 100. So, if that's
Yeah.
the case, you're paying 15 for this. Go with the fucker. How old were you? How old were you, number 2? Let's pull you out.
Yeah, let's
You
get
were
back to
7 years. Okay, he was 7 years. Still okay, fine. 7 years. Get the 7-year boy. He's cheaper probably, and honestly has that little bite that we all look for.
We all?
I don't know.
I have a lot to learn.
It's all preference. There's no right answer. This is a taste test.
What do you mean there's no right answer?
It's a taste test.
One of these is gonna be the best.
With that being said, this is number 4. We have 20 more to go. See you guys tomorrow. Same time, same bat place, same sneezing about to happen. And tune in. Live streams almost every day. Almost every day.
Today.
And we drink.
Technically.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get this up in time for it to be today, but
Yeah. This is
technically
up.
today.
This is up in an hour. So when you see
Oh.
this, I did this.
No, it's an hour ago. Yeah.
So yeah. With that being said, everyone have a good one or don't. Don't let me tell you what to do. And yeah.